I'm on the line now with the athletic director from Sevier County High School, Brian Atchley. Coach and athletic director, let's talk about how this is affecting everything you guys do.
Well, it's just changed a lot. I mean, just go back to the beginning of when I was started back in the middle of March, and we're in the first week of spring sports season, and all that shuts down. Of course, I feel like people did a phenomenal job of trying to keep things alive at the state basketball tournament and all spring sports, and giving us hope that we'd be able to do something. And I feel like they did exhaust every avenue, every possibility to give us some hope. But it definitely changed how that was. And of course, that was pretty simple. I mean, when you're told by T+AA and your school board and that we're going to have to shut down, and the governor comes in, that's not a hard decision to have to follow. But I think going forward, it's going to be a very challenging summer to how we get our kids back into schools, how we get our kids back into shape, and how we get going forward to hopefully have a fall season.
I've been talking to coaches for about 2 weeks, and I hear a little different from things. I heard from Coach Hunt in Maryville, and he talked about maybe a district season, just playing the teams in your district if there's football. Do you think that would work for you guys?
I think that would be fine. I think that would be a tricky schedule. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, I'm going to follow whatever T+AA tells me. I'm going to do, what my, school board superintendent and my principal, for that matter, tells me. And we're going to make the best of it. I know that'd be a tricky scheduling wise. I mean, for the most part, T+AA does have the week that your district games are supposed to be. And so, if you just, drop your non-district games and then you just play a district season, and if and when that starts, you'd have to do some scheduling, moving things around. And but like I said, it'd be interesting because then there's a possibility, depending on your home and away. Like we have 6 district games, and I have to look at my schedule. I mean, there's a possibility that we might not only have just a couple of home games, because then we had 3 non-district home games. So I'll look at it here. I mean, like we'd have we would only have 2 home games and 4 away games. Now maybe that's something we look at and go, okay, it's we try to make it more balanced, because now that's a big part of our program is gate. So you have 5 home games. Now you're taking away several $1,000s from our budget for football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand that. Let me ask you, I know you guys have been meeting. I guess you've been talking to the TSSAA. Have they said anything or give you any idea of, I know that we got to wait till we're all unquarantined and maybe get back to school, but if they give you any kind of idea of things may happen?
No, not really. I mean, the only thing that they said to this point, and of course this was all online, we've been getting emails and updated. I've had some AD meetings with ADs locally here in my county, and meetings with ADs in my conference, and then doing some Zoom meetings about Inside Out with AD meetings from across the state and just here in East Tennessee. And what we've got right now is there's a lot to it, but just to make it real simple and short, basically the first day you're out of school, whenever that would have been, that's when you can begin your summer workouts.
Okay.
But then that'll be up to the individual school systems to whether or not they allow that, and how that happens. And then of course we'll follow the dead period, and then I hope after the dead period we'll come right back in and get going again. And of course a lot of that will be the look of that will be determined by how many kids we're allowed to have at a time, and where can we stage them and everything like that.
Okay, because I was wondering, I know that I had read somewhere where you don't know because some of the districts or some of the schools, maybe in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, where the corona has hit very hard, how would they structure their workouts and their season?
That's the tricky part of it right there is, I know Maryville and Alcoa began working out yesterday. I saw some videos on that last night, some pictures on that last night. I know some other schools are going to be beginning. I've seen on Twitter some other schools are beginning next week. Then I know out in West Tennessee, Milan, Peabody, and I think Union City, this was all on Twitter. I saw they started the very first of last week doing their summer workouts. But I think TSSAA is just trying to say, if we were in school, this is how it would happen. You wouldn't start your summer workouts until you were through with your school. So they're going to try to keep that consistent and keep that, the same. And I think that's the fairest way to do it.
Would Sevier County start their workouts here probably in the next month or so? Is that what you're thinking about?
We would. No definite time frame right now. We've talked about it. Our first time to be able to work out would be June 1st, because that would be the day that we would be out of school. That'd be our first day out of school, and so that's something we're meeting on and trying to figure out what we're going to do. But that would be our first day. I'm hoping we're going to kind of leaning toward that, but we're going to wait and see. But we're preparing. Hopefully that's what it's going to be.
That's what
we're kind of preparing for right now, and then we'll just wait and we'll get our direction and go from there. Of course, and we'll have to follow the CDC guidelines to the T as far as checking temperatures and make sure we clean everything when we're done and all that. Because I can promise you, we're going to do that in our county, as I'm sure all counties will.
Well, you have to do that. And last question, Coach, how are you and your family doing?
We're doing great, Lottie. We're been fortunate for me personally. My youngest daughter, JoJo, she's was a freshman this past year, and she's on the golf team in high school. So we played a whole lot of golf. I can tell you that. We've been we're members of Sevierville Golf Club, so we were going there all through March, and then in April, Sevierville shut down, and so we began to go into different courses around here. As a matter of fact, that little turkey, we were at Patriot Hills one day. She had her first hole in one.
All right, congratulations.
And I told her, I said, "You're 14 years old, been playing golf about 3 or 4 years. I'm 48, been playing almost 30 years. And I've never sniffed one, but that's golf." But we're doing good. We've had a bit of a time over here. My oldest daughter's a senior, so she's a senior. That's lost her graduation. Didn't get to have prom in her last 2 months of those last couple of months of your senior your senior year is just some of the best times. You're with your buddies and you're having your layout days and getting your angles and all that kind of stuff and wrapping up. But I know we're going to do everything we can in our county, not just Sevier County High School, but Dr. Parton and all the principals have done a phenomenal job keeping us updated and giving us hope that we're going to be able to have hopefully some kind of graduation for all these schools in our county, because that's something that we feel like that these kids deserve.
And same here. I speak the thing. I got my daughter. She graduates from Cott County this year, and they're going to try to do something on the 23rd. They're just trying to do something like that. So, I know how you feel, and I know how she feels, but, we'll all get through this, Brian. We sure will.
Yes, sir, we will. We'll all get through this on the other side, and things will return to normal here soon.
All right. We've been talking to Brian Atchley, AD of Sevier County High School. So, thanks, Brian, for talking to us here on Your High School Sports.
No problem, Lottie. Talk to you guys soon. Y'all take care and everybody stay safe.
All right. We'll be back here on Your High School Sports in a little while.